Right guys, there's some exciting news regarding the return of the glowing Apple logo with MacBooks, and so let's delve into it. So yes, with a new patent there is evidence that Apple could be giving us the glowing Apple logo back on future MacBooks, and this would be fantastic news because I miss the glowing Apple logo on the back. I think it was a very iconic design element for MacBooks, and it helped them stand apart from the crowds, especially in coffee shops and during lectures. So yes, I would love to see this come back with future MacBooks. And in case you're wondering, this patent was worked on by engineers who joined Apple in 2018, which of course was well after Apple killed off the logo on the back. And so yeah, this could be a strong hint we could see these make a return. Now in case you're wondering why Apple removed this in the first place, I believe that's because the lid got too thin to actually fit the components needed for the glowing logo, so as a result, Apple went for the standard polished logo on the back instead. And while as a result MacBooks now look pretty boring from the front, so yes, I'm really hoping the glowing logo materializes. Now yes, I know this is a patent and they don't always materialize, but to be honest, Apple as of late has started listening to their consumers, especially with their MacBooks, and giving them back the features they want. For example, a full-size function row, the ports, all of these were staples of older Macs that Apple brought back. And so yes, if enough consumers want the glowing logo back, I can see Apple giving it to us. Now for those hoping for multiple colours and maybe an RGB logo, I do doubt that's ever going to happen because you often only see RGB with gaming products, and that's definitely not the market for MacBooks. And so yes, don't expect multiple colours, I just want the glowing logo back as it was on previous MacBooks. Now as to when we could see this, I doubt it's going to be anytime soon because Apple usually redesigns MacBooks every 4 to 5 years, and obviously we just saw a massive refresh with the 2021 models, and considering a glowing logo would be a redesign, I do think Apple's going to wait for the next super cycle to implement this. So yeah, basically we might be waiting 3 to 4 years for this, but to be honest, I don't need this to return immediately, but of course, as long as Apple is working on this and it will materialize, I will gladly wait. Because yeah, I can't lie, I do worry about Tim intervening, and of course, arguing this is pointless. It would increase the cost of the device, it would not serve a purpose, and so as a result, for cost saving measures, this remains as a patent. And yeah, actually recently there was a report that since Johnny Ive left, the design team has been more focused on the cost of the product than the actual design, and that's definitely the case. Apple now recycles designs across multiple years, and so Tim pinching every penny might decide the glowing logo should not return. Anyways, let's delve into your questions. So Bottlefish and Evan Rogers, regarding the delay of the higher-end MacBook Pro, says this is actually great news because the performance gain using the 3nm process is going to be significant. And yes, I did mention this in my original video regarding this, but yeah, the delay is not entirely bad news because TSMC could be ready with their 3nm chips, and M2 Max and Pro being based on this could give us major upgrades. And considering these MacBooks won't have redesigns and really any other changes apart from the chip, there should be a focus on the performance and giving us major upgrades. So David says, a new 24-inch iMac could be a press release launch. Even just changing the chip will keep up to speeds. Leave it too long and it starts to get behind the competition unless they give it a price cut. Now regarding the first point, yes, I could see a press release for this 24-inch iMac because it is ultimately a spec refresh. There is not going to be a design change for this. However, regarding the second point that we could see this iMac fall behind the competition, I don't think that's going to be the case because all-in-ones in general aren't very popular in the first place, and so Windows manufacturers don't update their all-in-ones on a regular basis. For example, the Surface Studio, which I know is a professional all-in-one machine, but of course, Microsoft only just gave that new specs after not touching it for 3 to 4 years, I believe, and the spec upgrades in the first place are not that major, so of course, I think the M1's still plenty good, and for the small market this iMac caters towards, M1 is still solid. Since do remember, this iMac's purpose is to be a basic computer for the home, so the most people are going to do with this is web browsing and watching videos, and for that the M1 is still very good. And so yeah, there's no rush in updating this 24-inch iMac, just skip the M2 and give it M3 instead. So Opus Digital Audio says, the chin needs the logo put back. And actually, I do kind of agree, because I never understood why Apple got rid of the logo on the chin. Yes, I know the chin is an iconic design element that makes it instantly recognizable as an iMac, but I still think it looks pretty odd without a logo on the front. And so yes, if Apple can bring that back with the new models, I would appreciate that. So JD's wondering about the fan noise with the M2 and M2 Pro Mac Mini, and I do believe that for most use cases, there might be slightly more fan noise because the M2 does seem to be running hotter than the M1 chip due to the high TDP, so I do think it's fair to say we can expect the same with the M2 Pro chip. But do remember, this is still going to be a lot quieter than the Intel machines, and also of course for those getting the M2 models, I'm sure that for light use, there will still basically be no fan noise. It's just that for more intensive work, where the increased GPU cores could come into play, that could increase the fan noise. So Chipotle Man says, damn, I was hoping for a redesign. I guess I'll keep my M1 Mac Mini and see what happens. Just upgraded to the 1TB 16GB unified memory version 2 and it's been excellent. Loads of good deals on them on Amazon right now. I even saw the 2TB version for $1,700. And yes, Mac Mini deals from third parties have been excellent. And yeah, to be honest, much like the M2 MacBook Air, I do think the M1 model is going to cannibalize sales of the M2 version because there are just so many good deals out there from third parties that are way below retail price. Since, like I discussed in my MacBook Air videos, the M2 version being $11.99 retail and of course the M1 being way below that at around $849 through retailers, that does make the M2 version hard to justify, especially since the actual upgrades with the M2 chip really are not that major. So yeah, I do think that's going to be the case with this Mac Mini because while I'm sure there will not be any price hikes with the M2 version, I'm also sure there's going to be major discounts on the M1 version, deals that are even better than they are right now, so of course, that's going to be pretty compelling for most consumers. Anyways, that's about it, but tell me your thoughts regarding this in the comments. Anyways, thank you for watching guys, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. Check out the video above on details regarding the M2 iPad Pro, and on that note, see ya peeps.